Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. So today is actually going to be, today's episode is going to be on the SJRC F11. Guys, stay tuned and I hope you enjoy and I hope you like what you see. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below and I will be sure to get back to you. Let's get to it. F11 up in the air. As you can see there. And we're going to be going over the distance and all of its other flight features in this big open field. There's no cell towers, there's no houses, there's no nothing. And we're going to see how well it can do. All right, so let's take it up. Okay. Yes, baby, it's up. All right, now let's go. Now, one of my cons about the F11 is when you're flying it straight out, you tend not to see what's in front of you because it pitches so hard. Say when I go into full speed, it pitches down even more, and I can't really see what's in front of me. Okay, so we're out to 100 meters. Let me scale the speed back a little bit so I can see. All right. Okay, we're going to go this way. There's a little road over there. Okay. We're at 200 meters. All right. So far, so good. FPV is stable, as you can see. We're coming up on 300 meters. Now, I normally can get at 600 meters easily. Okay, there is a little road here. This is my first time here, so I'm not sure about this place. I just want to look, make sure there's no cars coming. This is like more like a back road type of thing. I like to fly safe. It's my first time here. It's an open field, but there's like a little... It's like a few, you know, little back roads out here. So we're going to keep going. Okay. All right. We're at 400 meters. That is with the camera pitched all the way up. When you go full speed, though, it just nosedives and all you can see is grass, so you can't really see in front of you. So I have to speed dialed back just a little bit so it can still show what it's doing. Okay, now we're coming up on 500 meters, and as you can see, the FPV is still stable. We're not skipping or anything like that, so let's keep going. It's a big field, but it's like when you actually fly out here with a drone, it's like it doesn't seem as big when you're trying to do a range test, you know. Okay. Tell me now that I'm safe. You make me feel safe. Cover my shame. Love me by name. Okay. We're at 600 meters. You can see the FPV is still stable. And there do seem to be some private planes out here, but again, this is my first time out here, and I'm not in his way at all. He's nowhere near me. Okay, we're at 700 meters. And as you can see, we're getting a little skip. So I'm going to let off the stick there and kind of see what it does. We're at 739. My FPV is skipping. Okay. Now, as you can see, my screen is frozen. So yeah, we'll see how it does when it's returned to home. You see the drone, baby? The drone's coming back. Got my daughter out here with me. She loves to see me fly. So we normally always go flying together sometimes. And there's a little park nearby, so after I'm done doing this, we'll go to the park and stuff. All right. 200 meters away. And again, the mat is right there. Usually the return of home's on it. It's pretty good. You can see me down here and I can hear it. Yes, there it is. Yes, baby, the drone's coming back. Okay. I'm gonna point that camera down. Okay. There it is. Not too bad. About what? Maybe a few feet. Okay. All right. So you got the cedar range on it. Here we go again. We're gonna arm our motors and we're gonna check out the panoramic shot. Okay. Down and then arm your motors, and then you could either use the left stick up or hit the takeoff button to go up. Another thing I want to cover with this drone, in case if you guys don't know, if your controller's off and you want to switch, like you know how a lot of quadcopters have like mode 1 and mode 2, where you can switch your throttle and whatnot. You can do that on this drone as well. What you do is when a controller's off, you hold down your camera button on the left and the power button at the same time, and it's going to switch, you know, your modes. So your ascending, descending, y'all will be on the right, and your, you know, forward, back, left, and right will be on the left. When you turn the controller off, it'll go back to normal. To use orbit mode, which we're about to do, is you hit the camera button and the record button, and you hold them at the same time. And it'll go into panorama mode. And then you click them again at the same time and it'll start to orbit. So I'm going to show you that right now. So we're going to take it up. Okay. I'm going to take it up. Take it up, take it up. Okay. And we'll bring that up. Okay, the camera's already up. All right. And then I'm going to hold camera and video at the same time. It'll say locked around center point. Then you're going to click them again at the same time. And it says orbit mode, but it's more of a like a panorama, as you're going to see. It's going to do a nice, steady little turn, you know. And I think I could ascend as it's doing this. So I'm ascending. I'm increasing my altitude. And it's still spinning around. Okay. I'm going to hold it there. Okay. As you can see, it's going to do this nice, you know, panoramic shot. Now, at first, when I first did this, I'm like, you know, what's going on? I thought it was going to do an orbit me, like center me and go around me, but it didn't do that. And I quickly realized that it's more of like a panorama thing than an orbit. So, yeah, there's that. And then after this, when I bring it down, we're going to get to the gestures. Now, the gestures are a little tricky, but if the lighting's right, it works. Now, what tends to happen is the peace sign works all the time. It's getting the wave for the video to work. That's the tough part. So the exit panorama, we're going to tap them again at the same time. It'll say surround exit, and we are going to decrease our altitude and bring it down and get ready for the gesture moves. And again, this video is an overview because now I'm going to back up and I'm going to hit my controller there, and I'm going to hit gesture mode and swipe to the side. It's a little dark, so we'll see. Now, normally what it does, it'll do a countdown and then it'll take the picture. So we'll see if it can get it to do it. But the lighting normally has to be ideal. I'm going to try turning it around. Okay. I'm going to try like turning it around and maybe facing the other way, and maybe it'll fly better like that. Okay. Okay, lower the camera a little bit. Let's see. Try waving. No. From on my FPV screen, it looks like it's a little dark for the drone, so I don't know if it can pick up like this. This ground looks a little, it's like muddy, so I don't know if it can really pick up that I'm doing, you know, a peace sign. But I do want to let you guys know that it does do it. And I may, so we're going to exit out of that. We've seen panorama mode, we've seen a distance. Let's try that follow me. Now this is active track. Now in my previous video, I did do active track with the car. And this time I'm going to do active track with me. We'll bring it up a smidge. Kind of get the camera looking at me. And you take your finger and you draw a box around it. So, around yourself or your object. So we're going to go like that. Okay? And it's going to track me. Now I'm a little close, so it might lose me. Like if you're too close to it, sometimes it'll lose you. So normally you have to send a drone way out so it could get a better track on you. But so far it's doing it. And what this does is, as you can see, the drone's going to stay in place and just track the object. It's just going to watch it. It's not going to actively follow and track you. So as you can see, it'll track you. And if I go up, let's see, will it raise? And there we go. I'm out of the picture. But that's because I have it. Now it starts circling. You can see it circling. Does that a lot. So you just exit. It does that a lot with follow me. So you just exit and you're going to see it stabilize there. Okay. Now this time it... Now this time it's not stabilizing. Normally when you're in follow me, it does tend to do that. It'll circle for a little bit. There it is. Now it's stabilized. Normally when you're in follow me, it sometimes will circle like that circling effect. And as soon as you exit out of it, it'll just stop. This time it did a little longer than normal, but it's okay. So that's active track. Let's do the follow me. It's going to follow the GPS on your phone, not by sight, not by camera. It's going strictly off the GPS on my phone. And as a heads up, this normally does make the drone circle as well. Just making sure the speed's turned down. And it is circling, as you guys can see. It's following me though, but as it's following me, it's circling a little bit. So what I'm going to do is cancel follow me. And you see that? It stops. Now we're out here with no interference. I'm using a Galaxy Note 9, which is a very new phone. I'm very confident in the specs on this device, so I don't think you could really have any better of a device to be, you know, using. Up. Okay, guys, so what you're seeing now is the low battery geofencing. I didn't realize the battery life. So it'll go back to a very tight radius of its home point, and it'll just hover there. Now, it won't land, but what it does is it stays right by its return to home point. And then if you keep on flying it, it'll just land wherever it's at inside of that tight radius. Okay? So we're going to switch. Now I'm going to show you something. If I try to take it out of its return to home geofence, it's going to bounce back. I'm going to go. See it? I'm not controlling it. It bounced back like a visible fence was there. It bounced back. It won't let me go any further than that. So it stays in a very tight radius of its return point so that way it can land safely. Now, some people may say, you know, well, it sucks that it doesn't return to home on its mat. Well, one, it's $150 and it's already a pretty high quality drone. But also, I think it's up to the pilot. So some people have asked, well, you know, what if you're around water? Or, you know, what if you're around this? Well, that would be pilot error. I would never set my return to home point in around trees. So I would set my return to home point away from water, away from trees, away from buildings. That way, if your quadcopter lands and it's a little off, you're not in danger of it landing down on a tree if you don't have obstacle avoidance or it landing in the water. So as you can see, I'm in an open area. So it's tightened, it geofenced itself to stay in this return to home point. And if it lands anywhere in this tight area, it's definitely safe. I can get it, I can retrieve it safely. So so if you click Waypoints while the app is open, it's gonna crash the app. So we gotta land it. Okay, now we hit Waypoints. And it opens up the map. So it's showing this little red circle. Oh, there we go. We got E. How do we... Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. So can I only do waypoints inside of the circle? Oh, so you tap it. Like I'm going to tap the red E. And then I'm going to make it come back here. Let's see if we can get it to do that. Yep, like that. So let's see if we can take it up. And let's see if we can do that flight plan. Send. Tap the fly. And here we go. I always get nervous doing waypoints, but should be okay. And as you can see, it's showing it on a path. So we're coming up on 2. Okay. I just raised the altitude a little bit just to be safe. There's nothing around here, but I don't know. You can never be too safe. So I'm going to trust it. The F11 has been very good. Very good. So I'm going to trust it. All right, so we're at waypoint 3. When it gets to 4 and then an E, it should come back somewhere near me. So it's moving pretty quick. Okay. So while we're waiting for it to fly, so you zoom in, and when you zoom in enough, you get this circle. We're going to close that. You get the circle, and when you're inside that circle, I think you only can set waypoints within that circle. I don't know if you can extend that circle or anything like that, but when you're in that circle, you like do a double tap, and then you get your first like little waypoint, and then you touch that first waypoint, and then tap again to like the next one. Okay, now as we can see, it's coming back. Is that camera raise off? Yeah. That's the little disadvantage with it. When it's in full pitch and full speed, it nosedives down so much that you can't really see what's ahead of you. But it's not that bad. I'm very impressed with this drone. So yeah, we should be seeing it pretty soon. So yeah, you double tap and you click each waypoint and you tap. And then when you double tap, it'll make it for the other waypoint. Just remember to do it before you take off. So it isn't actually broken like a lot of us thought. It's just... it has to be done a certain way. So, like I said again, shout out to that guy on Captain Drone's F11 video that commented that. So, zooming over. This is my last goodbye. How cool is that? Six-pack of lies, bottoms up, fade now. Then these voices inebriate. Got no faith, man, I wanna escape. Escapade, vacation, call it siesta. Don't wanna try for the next semester. Flunked out of life, yeah, that's how I feel. It don't really matter, man, I gotta keep it real. But on the real, can't believe you're gone.